been a long time. Let's have a complete breakdown. So since the last time I've done this, I've upgraded a few things, such as the production. But mostly everything is pretty much the same, so we're just kind of, KFC it. No mess with the kernel. If it worked the first time, it's going to work the next time. So today we're going to talk about track number 1 on our new album, We Did Not Ask for This Room, The Clock. So a simple enough place to start would be breaking down the chords. The main 3 chords that we have for the song is our D major chord into our B flat augmented and our G major, going back and forth between those. So one thing that I like to do a lot in songs is I like chromatic voice leading, and so in this song you'll notice I use a lot of inversions as I usually do. We've got in the right hand D, F sharp, A for the first chord, giving us a D major, moving into D, F sharp, and then A sharp. With the left hand moving to that A sharp or B flat, however you want to consider it. And that gives us our first inversion B flat augmented chord. So that'll be B flat, D, and F sharp. And that sound moves to the G, which then, again, I've got another inversion, this time being a second inversion chord of D, G, and B, and then moving back to that B flat augmented. And so you'll notice in the right hand how we have that A to B flat to B, back to B flat, that chromatic movement going back and forth with these big jumps of a third in the left hand for the roots. The next thing I noticed about this song as I was breaking it down was the chorus, when we get to that E minor chord. So something interesting about this one that I hadn't noticed before is there is a built-in melodic major scale. So you'll see we're going to follow the roots of this movement. We go from E, F sharp, G, A, B flat, C, B. And so that right there, we're starting on the second of the scale, but if we consider it from D to D, that gives us a melodic major scale, that being a major scale with a flat 6 and 7. And so this is not coming across this way as much as it might normally because we're starting on that E, but that is what's happening. But the sound of a melodic major kind of gives us this grand rising thing, which then goes back to that chromatic fall just by half steps. Dum 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 dum, which is again something I've done a million times. Reference Crush. The big thing about this song, and I think it was something that we did because it was an opener, is the breakdown section. In order to explain what a breakdown section is, I'm going to bring in Ethan.
A breakdown is simply whenever you build tension enough to kill a large horse and release it all at once with a china cymbal or a large crash cymbal.
So what would you say a good example of an influence of that kind of thing would come from?
I would say Elysian Fields by Capstan is a fantastic example. If you fast forward to the 2:30-minute marker, the gates of hell open up.
Now, will YouTube let us play that? No? Okay. So what's a good example of something we can show?
Well, we do have something copyright free right about
My guitar wasn't plugged in for like half of that.
I can't read.
Do you have anything you want to say to the kids before you go?
You always gotta wash up before you break down.
So, the final thing I think we could talk about is the ascending scale at the very end of the song. That kind of fanfare-ish. We're starting on G, going from that D melodic major scale, that being, again, a major scale with a flat 6 and 7. So from there, all we're doing is there is a harmony between the piano, the saxophone, and a guitar of thirds, with the saxophone starting on that B flat and moving up just a third above the main line. So that gives us this tertiary harmony relationship between the guitar and the saxophone, tertiary harmony being harmony of thirds, by the way. So I want to have a conversation a little bit during this video just about an overall relationship in this song. And not even this song specifically, but it's something that I think about more intentionally, and that is the relationship of harmony and rhythm. So a general rule of thumb that I like to follow regarding any and all music is basically when your rhythm is simple, you have room for your harmony to be complex. When your harmony is simple, you have more room for your rhythm to be complex. This is a rule that's meant to be broken, but more often than not, it will help you in composing something that doesn't get too cluttered. Now, as far as breaking this rule goes, tune in for our next video when I do another breakdown on the second track of our new album, We, where everything is complicated all the time.